Riley J on this production.
Bam. All right, here we go. All right, welcome guys. Welcome everybody who's here. Welcome everybody who's here on the replay. I had to stream this today. Special announcement from ArenaNet. So hell yeah, I have to see what's going on. I'm just waiting for them to go live, which should be here in T-minus less than 3 minutes from what I can see. So we're here. And I'm waiting to see what the big announcement is about this expansion. I missed all the hype from the hot expansion. Got it, of course. Played through it, of course. But I had a lot of other business ventures going on at the time, so I was too busy for Guild Wars playthroughs. So I was a little late to the hot party, but I did get in it and loved everything they did with it. And so I'm waiting to see what the announcement is. What's going on, Cyber? What's going on, boss? Welcome to the stream. I know you're probably just as excited as I am to see what they got announced here. So I'm waiting to see them pop up. I did watch a little bit of the pre-show where they pretty much summed up what's happened thus far since Living Story season. No, just Living Story season. Sorry, let me stop saying Living Story. They said that changed a long time ago. Living World season 3. So they've been recamping it. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Expansion hype. Absolutely, dude. I'm waiting to see what's going on, dude. I'm waiting to see what the big reveals is going to be. I'm waiting to see if there's going to be some new job classes that they announce. I'm waiting to see all this, dude. I'm waiting to see what they do, man. They've been up to something. so we waiting to see. So it should be dropping here in just a second. I'm pretty sure they're setting up the stream and whatnot. So this should hopefully be popping off here pretty soon. Bam! And they got the countdown. Whoop, whoop. All I had to do was hit play. Hell yeah. All right, and we got music. So let me know if it's too loud. If it's not, then I'll turn it down a little bit. Yeah. Air's rest in peace, man. I don't think Air is coming back, so. Yeah, man, it got a little bit better. I don't know if you saw the little clip of me knocking my mic over. That was pretty funny. But yeah, man, I actually like it. We'll definitely roll with it. What's up, Wingley? What's up, man? Tengu 6, dude. Yeah, I know. I didn't play Guild Wars 1 because that's from Guild Wars 1, I believe, right? And so that would be new to me. So I'm really interested to see what they're bringing, dude. I'm not familiar with Crystal Desert at all, just because I didn't play. I'm one of those plebs, but I'm really interested to see. And I'm looking to do some Guild Wars 1. I'm hungry. What's for lunch? Dude, I have no idea. I'm here at the house, and I'm like, dude, I came here early for an early lunch to stream this. Dude, I have no idea. All right, here we go. Let me change screens real quick. Let's see what's up.
Destroying 2 elder dragons saved countless lives, but it also created a devastating magical imbalance. Unique energy spectrums from the dead dragons surged across the globe. The world's magic devolved into chaos as the unbound dragon power spread and merged into dangerous new forms. New enemies appeared to exploit the crisis. Worst of these was one of the long-absent human deities, Balthazar, god of fire and war. Balthazar disguised himself to muster an army and absorb magic to regain his lost power. His first target was a bloodstone. Then he targeted the remaining elder dragons to harvest their energy, knowing full well the impact this would have on Tyria. Yet amid the chaos of unbound magic, a new ally also rose. A different kind of dragon was born. Aurene chose you as her champion. You set about preparing her to someday face the elder dragons together and restore balance to the world. But will she even get the chance? It seems Balthazar no longer cares about the world, or even those who once worshipped him. He claims to have been betrayed. Whatever his reasons, he must be stopped. Centuries ago, heroes rallied to the Crystal Desert to stand against a renegade god. Will you too now answer that call?
Nope. No. Nope. No, I'm just playing.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today as we announce the next expansion for Guild Wars 2. Those of you who have been following us this past year know that we've been all about delivering a steady stream of quality new content. We shipped a full season of Living World, 6 episodes with 6 new open world zones, plus new fractals and raids, PvP and World vs. World updates, legendary weapons and armor, and more. Well, we're not letting up the pace. We've designed the next expansion to slot in seamlessly, starting right from where we left off in last week's season finale, and leading right to the premiere of Season 4, all with no breaks in content delivery. So today, as we announce the new expansion, keep in mind that this also kicks off another season of live content.
Really?
Another cool thing about Guild Wars 2 expansions is that they're easy to get into. They don't invalidate existing rewards, they don't invalidate existing content. New players can join the game and enjoy the same content as everyone else. That's a big deal. So last time we announced an expansion, we talked about all the things we were doing to make that vision a reality. reworking some game systems, and adding new forms of character progression, things like that. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. This new expansion is all about content. At the end of the last expansion, we killed a second Elder Dragon. That victory saved the mortal races, but at a steep cost to the world. Into this chaos, a new adversary has come. We thought that the human gods had left Tyria, but one of them is walking among us. Balthazar, the god of fire and war.
Ooh. He's
building his forces, and he seems hell-bent on killing Elder Dragons.
Right.
If the gods really abandoned Tyria, why has one of them returned? Why did he disguise himself and absorb the power of a bloodstone? What's his plan? Today we'll reveal where we're going next with the story of Tyria. We'll travel to a long-lost land, and we'll introduce some fun new ways to play the game. Let's take a sneak peek.
Let's go! Hype, boy. Get that hype.
Commander, there's something
Gridlock.
I have to tell you. I
know
went
that
into
voice.
the mists after my sword, but I found something else.
Refugees are pouring in from Alona.
If he kills an Elder Dragon, Tyria will never recover.
What the fuck? Wow. Mounts?
Stand in the glory of Balthazar's light.
The hell is that?
I will right this wrong.
It's just
Yeah, mounts, bro. He said kangaroos.
I can't believe one of the gods gave up on us.
That's for all the Australians that play. I want one of those. Flying stingray.
When I am done, I will be the only god.
Uh-oh. Oh. Path of Fire. We got the name. We got the name, bruh.
The next expansion for Guild Wars 2, Path of Fire. Path of Fire continues the story.
Yeah,
right
man,
where
that's
we
what
left
I got
off,
too, man.
Tracking
Going after the
Balthazar
other
as
gods?
he hunts an Elder Dragon.
Right.
We're adventuring into the Crystal Desert for the first time since the original Guild Wars. This is the same Crystal Desert where the friendly dragon Glint once lived. The same Crystal Desert where humans once went to commune with their gods. It's been cut off from the outside world for 250 years,
God damn.
and now it's time to return. Path of Fire contains 5 new open world zones. They're huge. These are the largest zones we've ever shipped. And because there's so much land to cover, this is the perfect time to introduce mounts.
Oh, shit.
The Raptor, the Springer, the Skimmer, and the Jackal. Each mount has
the
its
Jackal.
own
I
unique
can already
movement
tell you.
ability, and you can use these abilities to
concept art is
explore
awesome.
every nook and cranny of the desert. We're also introducing 9 new elite specializations that will evolve your profession with all new tactics and combat
Oh,
abilities to
shit,
master.
boy.
These are the core features of Path of Fire.
New elites.
We'll talk a bit
Let's
about
go.
each of these today, and then we'll tell you how and when.
Yeah,
you
one
can
for
play
each
all this
class.
yourself.
You got Revenant too, so you're gonna have 9. You're gonna have 9 extra elites that you could put on
Path
the
of Fire,
already
we were returning back
the 9
to the
classes
Crystal
that are
Desert
there.
and to Northern Alona. We wanted to go back to a place that means a lot to players.
I knew they
and
were
it
gonna
has
do this,
history
dude.
for the franchise, but we wanted to look at something that is now fresh.
The last time we visited the Crystal Desert was in Guild Wars Nightfall. That was 250 years ago, so
Damn.
a lot
Guild Wars
has
been out
changed
that
in
long?
time.
No, I'm just playing. Stop.
There are iconic locations and landmarks that will
Shut
be
up,
very
Scorpion.
recognizable for players who are familiar with the Guild Wars franchise.
And
But
Cyber.
at the same time, we're building the lore
Hell.
and the story in such a way that if you weren't there for the beginning, it's absolutely fine. We're going to help bring you along for this ride. There's a crisis going on in Alona, in an area that we have not been back to in 250 years.
Path of Fire starts with reports that Balthazar has been wreaking havoc in the desert.
Balthazar is the human god of war and fire. Last we had heard that the gods had kind of stepped away from Tyria.
Human players have been worshiping him since Guild Wars 1. But then he shows up and he's not benevolent, right? He has his own goals and he clearly doesn't care about
Hell
who gets
no.
harmed in the way. Everyone in Alona has the exact same questions.
Why are the gods walking amongst us? Does this mean the gods are coming back?
We don't know what he hopes to achieve at this point, and that's what you and everyone in the region is trying to figure out.
Palawa Joko has risen into power. He has brought with him an army of undead, and he has totally warped the culture that is there. The civilians believe that he is their rightful ruler. He is their rightful king.
How is this region dealing with these crises? What different powers are taking advantage of the scenario?
Like an
how are they
Anubis.
trying to solve it? And how can you as the player try to help? It's
Oh my
already this
God.
volatile mix
Quaggin.
of different forces in the
Quaggin
region.
army.
One of the first factions you're going to encounter are the Forged, Balthazar's army.
Living armor created only to serve Balthazar. They're ruthless, and they're just dedicated to achieving his goals.
look
Another
like
faction
Wingling.
that you're going to be seeing is the Awakened,
Kill the Quaggin.
army of the ruler of the land, Palawa Joko.
Undead forces, they still have some remnants of memories. They're sentient, but they will do anything for their master.
Yeah, I
You've
know. I
also
hear you.
got Kralkatork and the Branded.
Mindless elemental
branded.
stripped of their original self by Kralkatork's power.
And of course, the player is being asked to, come do the hero thing.
Let's go.
So the player
Mounts.
needs to form a new coalition here in the desert.
Path of Fire has a great combination of old friends and new, who all have very different perspectives on Balthazar.
You've got your warriors like Ritlock, and you've got Casimir, and these people all get together to help the commander, the player. Path of Fire is going to bring 5 whole new maps to the game.
5 maps that
5
are bigger
maps?
than any map we've done before.
And bigger maps.
We'll see things that
Bigger?
have shifted the landscape and see things in a very unique way.
So when people talk about deserts, they think
I'm not getting no
sand,
fucking
flat
Quaggin army.
stretches.
Have
But that's not
everybody
actually
hating me,
true,
man.
right?
It's not just, one massive desert that we're exploring. It's all these different biomes coming together.
The maps go tall, the maps go wide, the maps go under and around in places. We've really decided to bring exploration and discovery back to the forefront of Guild Wars 2. There's elements that make each map unique, but we've also got
Oh,
elements
it's
that kind of
freaking
tie
beautiful,
all
dude.
maps together.
We're going to have bounties now that players can hunt dangerous creatures that have been threatening the people of Alona.
Oh,
World
like
events,
Victorious monsters
bosses.
from
With the mounts, of course, we're going to
Final
have
Fantasy.
races, content both old and new to get players engaged.
In Path of Fire, we really wanted to get back to the roots of what made Guild Wars 2 unique and fantastic.
People who are playing through the main story will really enjoy both the depth and the breadth of experiences they are able to have.
The interesting characters who, if they go just a little bit further, they'll run into.
Massive maps that are
The dancing.
fully explorable, freedom that we haven't necessarily seen as in depth as when we launched with the original Guild Wars 2.
There's some really cool surprises we're building in. I want them to find this world as
Fuck that.
exciting and interesting and
What?
complex as anything we've ever created. And
That's
I want
pretty
them
dope,
to feel
though.
like they
What
have
kind
a
of Quaggin
place
is
in
this?
it too.
Put a bounty on proper. Ain't finding me, boy. Ah, they about to talk about the mounts. Let's go.
In Path of Fire, we wanted to build upon the mastery system that we started
I
with.
like that little Stingray one, though.
So we're introducing mounts for the first time into Guild Wars 2. Historically in games, mounts are about traveling fast. To us, mounts are so much more.
A phrase we use a lot in the office is the joy of movement. It should feel exciting to move across the Alolan desert in a
What?
variety of
Oh,
ways.
what to say?
Each
Get
mount
your shit
has
together.
its own movement ability, its own places that it can get to and no other mount can. It really just kind of strengthens
Hey,
that
Wingley,
feeling
let
of
me know, dude. I'll
exploration
run it
that we
with
go
you.
for in our maps.
Mounts are designed to be these companions that you have that are helping you traverse the world, but in addition to that, they're part of our mastery system. So it's additional horizontal progression. The idea here is that the mounts themselves are your ally. They're not just a creature that you're riding, they're a companion that's taking you on this journey that allows you to get
This shit
across
looks
puzzles
nice.
in ways that we hadn't thought possible before now.
The first mount that players get access to is
Yeah,
the
that's what I
Raptor,
said, Scorp.
which has this enormous leap.
What?
It can jump across canyons and over
Fucking
roofs.
mounted jumping
This can
puzzles.
be used
God
to reach
dang, I see
areas
it
that
already.
might be off limits normally.
I see
to
it
a
already.
player.
What's up,
Mounts
B-Edge?
are not really intended to be a combat
What's up,
tool.
man?
They're more of a movement tool. But all of the mounts have a single skill that they can use to engage you into combat. The Raptor's engage skill is this tail spin.
It can like pull enemies together, so it's really good for starting off big
Better
fights.
come in purple. I hear you.
The next mount most players will encounter is the Springer,
No.
just kind of like a mutant bunny or a slightly cuddlier jackalope.
Yeah,
It has this
jackalope.
leap that takes it up really high in the air.
It's a charged up jump, and the longer that you charge it up, the higher up you'll go.
Dude.
And it can also be used to get access to some really fantastic stuff.
That's pretty dope, man.
The skimmer is a really interesting
goes.
mount. It's this manta-like creature with undulating wings and a strange mystical vibe.
He always hovers some distance over the ground. That means he also hovers over things like water or other things that normally would stop your motion.
If you're interested in getting to the most forbidding areas, it's going to be really awesome to have the skimmer. The jackal is a beast all unto itself. It's created with magical energy.
That's what I'm thinking, Wingley. I was just about to say that.
Its primary movement tool is to blink forward.
Is
for a
it
short
available
distance,
outside of
so he
these
can use it to
areas?
cross some short gaps.
It's a good damn
Unlike
good question.
Raptor, he's able to change direction in midair.
I haven't
so
seen
you
it
can
on
solve
an
certain
older
puzzles
map
with
yet.
Precise direction of movement.
I think
That's dope to
there'll be
teleport.
some really interesting things for players to do. Each mount is a tool. When you come to a space, there's different ways to get through the same places, different ways to approach. There's something really fun just about being in the Crystal Desert, moving in this way. And that just opens
And I'm
up the
assuming you
possibility
collect all
of building
four
places
or
that
all the
aren't
mounts
like
right off
anything
the top.
players
I
have
mean,
seen
you
in
don't just
Guild
have
Wars
just
before.
one. I'm assuming. It's not 4. How many are there? No, it's 4. I think. All right. This is the one I'm waiting to see. Please, Warrior, have something good. That's what I'm wanting. Warrior and Necro.
With Path of Fire, we're offering 9 new elite specializations,
Let's go.
one for each of the classes.
This is what I'm waiting to
The idea
see.
behind the specialization, it's another way to customize your playstyle.
In a lot of ways, that gets back to what Guild Wars has been about from the beginning.
Absolutely.
Character progression
This is what I've been
doesn't just
waiting
mean
for.
Getting better, getting more powerful. Character progression means having new options, more things that I can do, more strategies that I can employ.
What that means for the player is that they can experience the game in a lot of different ways.
Path of Fire will present you with the options to play the profession that you've known and loved in a new fashion, and in doing so, shake the world
Ooh,
up.
that was Ranger. That was Ranger. Firebrand.
The Guardian Elite specialization
All right, this is
called
Guardians.
Firebrand. He specializes in burning his enemies and conjuring magical tomes that he can use to support his allies.
They're the book nerd gone mad. They've got access to all these secret histories and these tomes that give them access to new skills really quickly.
It's going to be giving up instant support for allies in favor of casted support. The benefits of Guardians taking the Firebrand are that you're going to have a lot more focused support available to you.
The weapon that they're wielding is the axe. Very offensive, up close and personal means of eradicating
50
the
bucks,
enemy.
I think,
You've
for
been
the
entrusted with these secrets.
for the basic.
And you have to protect them with your life.
I think I may have some information on that afterwards. Necro?
One of the most interesting changes is the Necromancer.
Ooh, let's go.
Who gets the Scourge specialization.
They're rejecting Palawa Joko and finding this kind of alternate approach to necromancy in the desert. So they're there to help protect the souls that Joko's trying to take control over.
What the Necromancer is going to do is he's going to give up his Death Shroud, and instead he's going to place his life force onto the Earth and protect allies from those locations.
He gets a lot more battlefield control and movement options that the regular Necromancer would not have.
The
I don't think I
Scourge
could drop
gets
my
the
Reaper,
torch
though.
as an offhand weapon, protecting their allies with it, and lighting the way to, well, damnation for their enemies.
That's pretty dope, though, I gotta say. What's up, Jim?
The new elite specialization for the thief is the Deadeye.
All right.
They
I knew
run
it.
the rifle.
I called
The rifle
this.
gives them a
Like
lot
a-
more
like a
range.
sharpshooter.
It lets them tackle certain problems from a distance that normally they'd have to face up front.
They form a contract to take out a particular individual, and then they execute on that.
The Deadeye would have me terrified.
Now,
that
this I
there's
may do
someone
with my
out there
thief, 'cause I haven't
stalking me,
figured out my
waiting
thief
for me
yet.
to make a mistake so they can take me down. They're mercenaries, they're assassins,
Yeah.
they're trained hunters. Great to have on your side. Don't get them upset.
I like it.
The Mesmer specialization, the Mirage, focuses on being a very deceptive combatant in close melee range.
They blend into basically whatever their surroundings are, camouflaging themselves so that you can't see them, and while they're doing this, they can strike at you from multiple directions.
They're
The
gonna
other
be
interesting
more
thing about
annoying
the
to
Mirage
fight.
is that
That's
it has
basically
a
what that
different
means.
dodge mechanic. They have a blur effect that allows attacks to pass through them rather than them moving out of the way of the attack.
The idea that there are folks who now can manipulate the desert itself to kind of provide power to their illusions and phantasms, I think it's a really cool direction for the Mesmer to step in.
So the warrior specialization is called the Spellbreaker, and I guess as the name implies, it's a warrior who kind of specializes in fighting magic users.
These folks were members of the Sunspear
my other
Order,
class.
chosen guardians of Alona. When their order was smashed, they picked up stopping powerful wizards was the best way to protect people.
They wield daggers, and they have become so ridiculously focused at perceiving magic that now they're able to actually cut magic off of their foes.
So they've got these incredibly powerful retaliatory abilities. They've got the ability
may be
to
better
just
for my
stop
warrior.
skills from working in an area,
I like
to
it.
strip the enemy's boons. You don't just challenge your enemy where they're weak, you challenge them where they're strong, and you make them
I
back
like it.
down.
This is where Augustine will be. Hell yeah. This is
The
Revenant?
Weaver is an elementalist, who has
okay.
decided that they are
Another
going to
class I haven't
specialize in
really
the
played.
desert in wielding multiple attunements at once.
Elementalists normally cycle through their magic one
Yeah,
after
I'm gonna
the
swap
other,
Zerker
but the
off, dude.
Weaver
I haven't
is
found much use
combining
for it.
them and creating
But
these
it's still
new
my favorite
elements
one to
out
play.
of the two, this kind of hybrid magic.
The Weaver can have 2 fire skills, 2 water skills, and then a 5th skill that is a fire and water skill simultaneously.
The weapon that they're going to be wielding is one that elementalists have long requested, the sword. So they will be picking up the access to imbue their blades with sabers of lightning, earthen hilts.
See, this is going to bring use to the classes I don't play.
Rhythm to
Because
it
I'll run
that
this
is
on my
really
Elementalist.
cool. You can really surprise your opponents, catch people off guard, and keep a sense of flexibility. Your enemy doesn't know what you're about to do, and I think there's something really cool there.
The Soul Beast is our ranger specialization that
Alright.
allows rangers to combine their spirits with their pet.
They become their bear. They become their devourer. They take on the essence of these animals and tear through opponents.
They also gain access to the dagger as a main hand weapon. Now they can kind of, slice and dice with both components, crossing into close range,
shit.
as well as crippling from a distance.
It works really well with some of the new pets that we're adding for
Hell yeah.
rangers.
Oh, there's going to be new pets too? Oh, they look like a damn deer.
The Renegade is the elite
Revenant,
specialization
right?
for the Revenant.
I keep calling it,
This
but-
is a new legend that they get to channel, and the legend is of Kala's Scorchrazor, this Renegade Char.
And she kind of bestows on the player her rebellious spirit that she used to overthrow the Flame Legion. And what this kind of manifests as is the ability to ambush opponents. You can summon members of her Char warband to bolster your allies, or you can fire arrows into a portal into the mist that come out of a different portal behind the enemy.
What's really exciting about the Renegade is the idea that standing up to powerful, intimidating foes because you know what's right and you know you'll win in the end.
The Hollowsmith is the engineer's elite specialization. They
Yeah,
take a very
I haven't been able to
clean
use
look
the
at
new one.
energy, light in particular, and find ways to bend it to enhance their strikes.
He can have this kind of interesting multi-weapon playstyle. You can do an attack where you pull out a holographic hammer and you hit him with the hammer, and then you can pull out some holographic guns and you shoot them with the guns.
In the process, they build up heat within themselves. If they stay too long in this kind of heated mode, they will eventually explode.
The idea of bending light to be your weapon, I think, is really cool.
That is really dope, dude. That's a nice concept for a class.
Elite specializations are a really fun way for us to explore different ways to play the same character.
They push the bounds of what they've done before.
You get to choose how your character exists in the world, what they do, how they do it, and these elite specializations allow you another step in customizing the character
absolutely,
to
Cyber.
meet that end.
And that is Path of Fire.
Gotta say, I'm
It's
more
a rich
excited about the
experience that
Ranger
will
for
take
sure.
you
I
to
mean,
the sands of
the
the Crystal
Warrior
Desert,
for sure. I think
pit
Wingley's
you
probably
against new foes,
feeling the same.
and change the
since
way
that's
you
his main.
fight and explore the world. An epic story. 5 immense new open world zones. Mounts that allow you to move through Tyria in all new ways. And 9 new elite specializations. Plus, a brand new guild hall to unlock and call home. You can buy Path of Fire as a
New guild
standalone
hall?
expansion.
What?
You don't need to already own the base game or Heart of Thorns. And we're also offering a bundle deal with both expansions. Everything you need to know is at guildwars2.com. The final question is always, when can I play? Well, I have some good news. We'll be running a preview experience event next weekend.
Whoa.
It's open to everyone. Even if you're not already a Guild Wars 2 player, just create a free account today to get ready for it. And after the preview event, you don't have long to wait. The gates to the Crystal Desert open in less than 2 months.
2 months. Good lord. Well, you need a front lap. Looks like I'm looking at Batman right now. I hear you.
We truly couldn't be more excited to share with you what we've been creating with Path of Fire. As always, it's you, the fans, who make all this possible. Thanks again for your support and for being an integral part of Guild Wars 2. We'll see you in the Crystal Desert.
That is hype if I've ever seen it. Damn. September 22nd, huh? I love it. Now, I don't know if they're bringing something else. I'm not sure. I'll keep it here just in case. But in regards to the expansion, free-to-play weekend, all that good stuff, if you guys do not have the expansion, if you are not already a Guild Wars player and you want to try it, or try it for the free weekend, I believe you can use the links that I have below for the Guild Wars, the standard Guild Wars symbol, I think is the free-to-play, and then I have the Heart of Thorns symbol, which covers the expansion and the Heart of Thorns. The new expansion, the Path of Fire and Heart of Thorns, is both covered. It helps the channel out if you get it from me. If you're going to get it from ArenaNet anyways, get it from me. I'm just saying, why not? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you can definitely do that. It helps the channel out because it contributes to what I'm doing over here. So if you are going to do that, definitely check out the links. They're supposed to be updating it with the new stuff, both the free-to-play stuff and the expansion stuff. It's supposed to link and link you to a page that offers both. So, and that's for pre-order and ordering after the fact. So just letting you know. Let me see. Yeah, dude, it was pretty awesome. Okami, welcome to the stream, boss. Yeah, for real hype. For real. Now is the bloody time, right? This is making me want to hop on and play some. Haven't played in a while. Yeah, I hear you, Scorp. Yeah, me too, dude. And that's one thing for me. I will be looking. What I'm going to do with Guild Wars, I don't know if I'm going to make it part of my regular schedule. Like, I'm going to try to stream stuff at 6:30. It's an hour sooner than I usually stream because I'm home earlier. So I'm probably going to try to stream almost daily at 6:30 Central Standard Time. But with Guild Wars is probably going to be something I'm going to do in off hours at night. Because that's when the majority of the people that I play with play. Throughout the time, history of playing the game, I usually have late night gameplays playing Guild Wars. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, is switching it over to that. So let me flop back over. Oh, they're hosting Wooden Potatoes. I'll let Wooden Potatoes do his thing. So I'll pause it there. But just wanted to let you guys know that that's probably what I'll do with Guild Wars. I don't know if I'll necessarily... Yeah, it's Wooden Potatoes on the post show. He is another partner of Guild Wars. So I'm pretty sure he's going to go in-depth, very in-depth. He spent 40 minutes on the last trailer. I don't know how he did that. So it'll be probably a very in-depth stream. I'll probably host him after I get off of here. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll host him on my channel. But I just want to make the announcement in regards to Guild Wars, in regards to both getting the game and how I will be streaming it. It'll probably be late night streams for me, probably 10, 11 p.m. And I'll probably play it at night. All my other streams will be right after work. Roughly about 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, and if you want to compare my time to yours right now it's about to be 11:30 a.m. So, if you want to compare. Oh, I mean, he's the same. He got this. He's slotted this time. You know how I was streaming on Guild Wars 2's channel. He slotted this time for himself. So, and he's the best person to do it. There's nobody doing Guild Wars right now that knows lore better than Wooden Potatoes. I know I mentioned him a couple of times in my in my stuff. So City of Heroes, when it first came out, I was quite addicted to it. It was a ton of fun. Yeah, City of Heroes, I think I touched for a little bit. I wanted to play the villain part of it. That's just how I do, though. So Lineage and Face of Mankind were... Oh, you're talking about in the game that you were playing? Yeah. So I'm probably going to host Wooden Potatoes as he starts. I'm thinking he's going from his. Yeah, because I think Guild Wars is going to be hosting him. Or they're probably hosting him as well. So I'm going to host them also. But yeah, guys, if you want to continue to check out the information on it, I'll definitely leave a host for Wooden Potatoes. You can check them out. I'm going to get back to work tonight. I haven't quite decided, but I'm probably going to be streaming Sonder at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that is 7 hours from now. I'll be streaming that. So if you guys are still here or up around that time, I'll definitely be there. So because you don't have to pay. Yeah, you don't have to pay for a subscription. That's the best part. And it's not a game that you necessarily have to grind on. It's more based on exploration and variety of builds, which is what I love about it. So I don't have to play it all the time if I want to do decent stuff, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you try it, just let me know. Like, I think you already may have downloaded it before, if I remember correctly. I think you and Mars King may have downloaded it before. So if you do, I believe in the open world, the PvE area, I can actually play with you, Jim. I believe. I think it's when you go to PvP and World v World, I think is the same as well. I think that's where the difference is in regards to being able to play with EU people on the EU server. I could be wrong, but I think that's right. I'm not sure. So, but guys, that's going to be it. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll be hosting Wood and Potatoes, so if you want to stick around, if you want to see exactly what's going on with that, definitely stick around. Let me switch over to my final screen here so I can go ahead and adjust some stuff over here. And give y'all some music while I do this at least. No. Alright, let's see. Oh no, it's gonna be Guild Wars 2's channel. Wood and Potatoes just got full access of it. So that's the link. I'll be hosting them. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. They broke it down perfect, man. So I'm glad you guys came here. I'm glad you guys watched this and enjoyed it with me. I'm probably going to hit back to work. I'm going to rewatch the shit just to make sure I didn't miss anything, because man, the hype is real. So I'll see you guys later in a couple of hours. And until then, pinkies up. Proper out.